Good morning. I think I'll let our students sit down. Thank you. Before I start, we are at Severance Hall, and I think our brass ensemble deserves a round of applause. Thank you. Good morning. I'm Stan Gerson, Dean of the School of Medicine, and absolutely delighted to be with all of you to help us all start the beginning of our first academic year for the incoming class of the Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine. Welcome to our students of the class. Welcome to parents, families, friends, relatives, children, and welcome to the faculty and education leaders behind us, behind me. Welcome all of you. We gathered this morning in now a time-honored tradition, but just about 25 years old, of the Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine celebration of the White Coat ceremony. It starts a remarkable journey for our students and for our educators. We are delighted with the accomplishments of the very select students before us today and the families that have helped them get there. Our students join one of our three phenomenal medical education and degree programs, the university program, the Learner College program, and the medical science training program, all within a vibrant and collaborative community here of our School of Medicine. Students, you'll remember receiving your white coat as you did your stethoscope for the rest of your lives, so relax. All you have to do is put your coat on. We'll do the rest. Smile, wave, take it all in, savor this moment, and forget for a second just how hard you're going to work for the next couple of years so we can transform you into outstanding and exceptional scientists. And I will say, every one of you will graduate. The white coat you receive is a rite of passage. It's not just a symbol. It does and will reflect on you and the responsibilities you'll carry with it in your career as physicians. And we're delighted here on stage to see how far our students have come just in the past week as they've transformed themselves with our help from members of the general educated public, having graduated from their undergraduate degree. Many have gone on to do exceptional other learning activities before they realized that their passion was to become a physician. So today, you will recite the oath that you all carefully crafted and coordinated, and most of us actually haven't, on stage, haven't seen the oath, and it is already characteristic of your class. Having previewed it, I can tell. But we've also suggested to you how important it is to begin your careers with a focus on helping others, being beyond yourself, learning to build your learning experience as a team, and to dedicate yourself to this incredible profession. And we also understand that sitting here at Severance Hall, where normally is the Cleveland Orchestra, probably the best orchestra in the world, and our job is to help you become the best physicians in the world, and we don't take that lightly. So I do want you to reflect a little bit, grit your teeth a little bit, think about your own resilience, about your matrix of support behind you here in the audience and wherever you seek guidance support. And as was noted by our society deans, if and when and how you need that special effort and support, please come to us. We're here to help. The other element that I think is critical, easy to say, but we really truly believe it, is that since you were selected from over 9,200 applicants, we know that each of our students belongs here, and we are incredibly grateful for you selecting our school as your place of study, and we're dedicated to make sure that this is an incredible learning environment and experience for you. So congratulations to our first year students, and we're welcoming you into the School of Medicine. I also want to just again point out to our parents, guardians, friends, and supporters how important you will be as well. You will get those phone calls, you will get those vacation times, you will get those comments about what has been learned. You'll see the transformation take place before your eyes. And we know that it's a bilateral engagement phenomena, so please continue your support, give the feedback that you find important, and remember that we're all here as a community of educators. So I mentioned with the parents and friends this morning the mission of the School of Medicine, and that is to improve health globally by linking groundbreaking innovation and research directly to patients and populations within a world-class medical education ecosystem. This mission is our foundation, and you will find touch points for it during your journey here with us. It will help you focus your own skills, ethics, empathy, and support. It will help you identify your area of interest, your ultimate specialty, and the future that you find. And we also view that our mission has an urgency to it. There are so many healthcare issues here in the city of Cleveland, in our region, through the state, through the nation, and worldwide, that there is plenty to be done and not a moment to lose. I also want to recognize, as I mentioned, our 3 tracks. We have 172 of you joining our university program, 32 students joining the Learner College program, and 12 will entertain the 8 or 9 year MD PhD program of the medical science training program. We know that our society deans are important to your success, and I'll publicly announce that we are proud to introduce the Jack Coy Academic Society, formerly called the John L. Coy Jr. MD Academic Society. He was a prominent physician and assistant dean for admissions to our medical school. And many of our alums recognize him as the first and perhaps most important person that they met in their medical school encounter, because his incredible ability to recognize passion and dedication in the incoming classes. So let me now move on and call out our exceptional education leaders, and I'd like to take a moment to recognize them. As I call each of your names, please stand up and remain standing so that we can have an applause at the end. I'll start with Dr. Leah Logio, Vice Dean for Medical Education. Dr. Bud Isaacson, Executive Dean for the Cleveland Clinic Learner College of Medicine. Dr. Christine Warren, Associate Dean for Admissions and Student Affairs of the Cleveland Clinic Learner College of Medicine. Our Society Deans, Dr. Steve Riccinati, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Dean of the Wern Society. I'm delighted to note Dr. Stacy Jolly as the inaugural Assistant Dean of the Coy Society. 2 new assistant deans, Dr. Marcus Germany, Assistant Dean for the Geiger Society. Dr. Heidi Gullett, Assistant Dean, the Robbins Society. And our established society deans, Dr. Todd Otteson, Assistant Dean, the Blackwell-McKinley Society. Dr. Jill Azok, Assistant Dean, Satcher Society. And Dr. Jason Lambrese, Assistant Dean, Gerberding Society. Our other remarkably talented and important educators include someone that all of our students and perhaps families know, Dr. Lena Maida, Associate Dean for Admissions. Dr. Neil Maida, Associate Dean for Curriculum Affairs for the Cleveland Clinic Learner College program. Dr. Anastasia Roland Seymour, Associate Dean for Program Innovation. Dr. Monica Yipis Rios, Assistant Dean for Student Engagement and Well-Being. Dr. Alex Wong, Director, Medical Scientist Training Program. And Dr. Catherine Miller, Assistant Dean for Longitudinal Education. And our interim dean for curriculum. So one final round of applause. Thank you for what you do. And you'll note our keynote speaker, Dr. Jim Fleming, who you will have the privilege of hearing from in a few minutes, and will be introduced in a few minutes by Dr. Lee Elogio. Jim, thank you for joining us today. And sitting behind are a number of our dedicated faculty who don't miss a year of coming to White Coat Ceremony, here to help the entering class, and one or more may have a child in our first year class. So thank you again for joining us this morning. Before I turn the program over, first to Bud Isaacson and then to Lee Elogio for some introductory remarks, I just want to briefly comment on our keynote speaker, who I'm really delighted to have join us, Dr. James Fleming, a proud graduate of our medical school, somebody who I absolutely respect as an intellect in the field and incredibly dedicated to our school, having served as the chair of our alumni committee for many years. He's an incredibly successful spine surgeon, healthcare leader, and committed mentor. He cares deeply about the practice of medicine here and throughout the state of Ohio, and he's contributed massively to orthopedic care in the central part of the state. But he's also been an incredible strength to our alumni community through his leadership and generosity. And I'll encourage you all, in fact, I've been advised that we all better listen very carefully to what Dr. Fleming comments, because he may actually ask us a question during his remarks, so pay attention. So I think you could also appreciate that his path, like yours, was shaped by purpose, perseverance, and incredible dedication to the service and the well-being of his patients. So students, this is just the beginning. Listen well. We know that you'll take this day forward with pride, and we're looking forward to your careers as they blossom. So now I'd like to introduce Dr. Bud Isaacson, Executive Dean of the Cleveland Clinic College of Medicine, for a few remarks. Thank you, Bud.
Hey, congratulations, everyone. What a great day. I love the white coat ceremony. I'm old enough that I never had a white coat ceremony. And I don't remember that much from the first week. There weren't any meals provided, and I think we just sort of sat in an auditorium and were told to get on and do our work, and we did. I'm glad we've made it forward these many years to the white coat. So the deans behind me get tired of this story, but it's my favorite story. I have to tell it, my white coat story. So a number of years ago, a third-year student was working with me in clinic, Andrea Hannock. Came into clinic one day, she was really excited. I said, "What's going on, Andrea?" She goes, "I got engaged." I said, "Wonderful." And we shared a little bit, and she said, "I'm getting engaged to Andy Harding." Okay. And so that's great. He's in the university program. Where'd you guys meet? What do you think? Hannock, Harding. Hannock, Harding, alphabetical, right? They literally were not paying attention to the white coat speaker or anything going on. They were making this connection at the white coat event. I do want you to look around, not just for your potential lifelong partner, but take a minute, just look around, take in this beautiful venue, and look around at the other peers you have in this class. You're going to find people that you will have lifelong bonds with. It's so meaningful and so special. So just take a minute, look around, soak it in. The one bit of advice I would give you, something that I've learned over the years, is really to listen to your patients. And I often have students working with me in clinic, and it's not infrequent that a patient will reflect to me, "You've got a great student there. They're going to be a great doctor," right? And that sounds really good to hear. The students love hearing it. But I always dig beneath the surface and say, what do you mean by that? Tell me, what did you notice in this student that made you say that? And the things they always bring up are relatively simple. Someone made eye contact with me. They really seemed interested in me, in my story, and interested in learning about me as a person. And by the way, they didn't really spend much time at the computer. There was a real connection. And I have a number of physician patients that I've accumulated over the years, and recently I had a third-year student in with me, and this retired physician had a similar comment. He really praised the student and how well they had done in terms of interacting with him. And at the end, he spontaneously said, after we sort of analyzed what it was he noticed in the student, he said to the student, "Don't lose your humanity," okay? So remember, what is so important to your patients are things that you bring to medical school already. Yes, you'll need to learn a lot, and there's a lot of challenges involved with that. But your basic humanity, your ability to interact with people, connect with them, show them you're concerned, is pivotal. And so remember that. I know you will continue to do that. And so all the best. It's really the start of a wonderful journey, and I congratulate all of you and your families, and look forward to the rest of the day.
Good morning. Good job. I know it's been a long week for the students. I made a comment at the stethoscope ceremony that you didn't look quite as shiny as you did on Monday as you did Friday, but you're looking pretty shiny this morning. And I suspect when you get those gleaming white coats, you're going to really be shining. I have some good news and bad news for the students here and for the families and friends in the audience. So I'll start with the bad news. This is the first step of a long, arduous journey. Medical school and a career in medicine is immersive. So sometimes you have to miss out on things that other people get to go to. And sometimes your family may or may not really understand what it is you're going through. And as Dean Gerson has said multiple times this morning, it's a transformation. So they'll actually notice that you're going through a transformation probably before you will, but it is a journey every step of the way. There'll also be a lot of tough things you have to do, like give a family or a patient some bad news, or be there when a patient takes a last breath. Also, lots of joy and meaning in the work we do as physicians. You'll see the miracle of new life. You'll see cancers be cured. You may get to restore someone's sight or hearing, some really miraculous, wonderful things. Now that sounds like it may be the good news, but there's more good news. So 3 things I want you to take away from today. One is each of you is up for the task, or you wouldn't be here, because Dr. Maida and Dr. Warren are really good at their jobs, and they made sure. You have an incredibly large and deeply committed group of people to support you along the journey. Many of them are here, many of them are not here, but you have a tremendous team that is rooting you on every step of the way. And the best news is that you really only have to think about it one day at a time. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Think about what you have to do today, and then you'll get to tomorrow. That today marks the entry into your study of medicine, and your transformation will begin shortly. It's now my honor and privilege to introduce our white coat speaker. Dr. James E. Fleming, Jr. is a native of Shaker Heights, Ohio. He received his bachelor's degree in human biology from Brown University before coming to Case Western Reserve for medical school. He performed research training in our biomedical sciences training program, which included fellowships at the Skeletal Research Center here at Case Western Reserve, and also in geriatrics through the National Institute of Health at university hospitals. His clinical training includes completing the orthopedic surgery residency at the Cleveland Clinic, followed by a spine surgery fellowship at the Weill Cornell College of Cornell University Hospital for Special Surgery in New York City. Since 2016, he has served on the Case Western Reserve University Medical Alumni Board. He's been integral to the development and launch of our MedConnect, which you'll learn about if you haven't already. This innovative platform connects current medical students to Case Med alumni for career advice and networking. He is currently the immediate past president of the Medical Alumni Board and the past recipient of the Clifford J. Vogt MD 34 Alumni Service Award. Professionally, Dr. Fleming serves as the medical director of the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute. This is a group of over 40 multi-specialty providers in the musculoskeletal disciplines serving South Central Ohio. He's a board-certified spine surgeon with an active practice and additionally contributes on the national level as a board member for the J. Robert Gladden Orthopedic Society and as a fellow in the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. He is a deeply valued alum with his continued amazing support in scholarship and mentorship of medical students interested in orthopedic surgery. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Fleming to the podium.
Give me a moment. Now, I promised myself I was going to have a little fun today. And we are. And they've been bugging me for about a week and a half. Dr. Fleming, can we have your speech? Dr. Fleming, can we get your speech? When are you going to send your speech? I'm not a speech guy. I can't read a speech. I'd rather engage my audience. And so I'm going to pace. I have a little bit of ADD. My kids know that. And I'm going to pace, and I'm going to engage. And I'm going to ask you questions, okay? And I'm going to expect a response. And faculty, you're not off the hook. You're used to asking the question. So anyway, I hear I'm uncomfortable with all these, introductions. They make me sound like a big deal. I view myself, I'm just a country spine surgeon, grew up the road in Shaker Heights, Ohio, that's all. And I was really intimidated by this talk. I'm like, I've looked at a bunch of speeches from this. There's usually some big academic guy like Dr. Gerson. They've had 200 publications and peer reviewed and 50, abstracts and international talks. And, they even had a speaker here who's an alumnus who is a cardiac surgeon, female, who they made a movie about. That's true. And what do I have to add as a country? I'm just a spine surgeon, a happy spine. So what could I contribute to you people? And I think what I could contribute is I am committed to Case Western Reserve University. I'm proud of it. And I do think I can see in what it takes to be a good doctor. So that's about all I can give you. So I first want to thank the parents and the loved ones. My mom is here. Hi, Mom. I know you've been through a lot, mentoring, guiding, financially supporting, our medical students, et cetera. And for the medical students, you're very smart, incredible, but you couldn't do it without the love and support of your family and friends, and that should be acknowledged. I want to say hi and greetings humbly to the medical alumni trustees, medical alumni board trustees, and any member of the board of trustees who might be here. I want to say greetings to the faculty, this incredible faculty. They are one of the top faculties in the world, if it's not number one. They're dedicated to research, they're dedicated to teaching, they're dedicated to patient care. And I can tell you, because CASE has this culture, they're dedicated to the students' learning, and they're putting themselves into you, and you haven't made the wrong choice. Also, if there's faculty here, I recognize some of them, their faces. I'm kind of old, so there's a lot of young faces I don't recognize. I see a few that I recognize, but I thought I'd give a shout out, as the young people say, to Dr. Haney. Is he here, Dr. Haney? I can't see, there's a lot of people here. Dr. Haney. So Dr. Haney is an institution here at CASE. He's my brother. I call him Doctor, because he's got an MD and a PhD. Those are really Doctor, my brother, and he's done so much for this medical school. And I didn't have a white coat ceremony either. I was too old, but I was you right there, and I was scared to death. And you know why? Because I never took biochemistry, and biochemistry is the first thing we're going to take. And my roommate is a PhD in biochemistry in my class. I'm not making anything up. And I'm like, how am I going to compete? Look at the other genius, there's masters. How should I be here? And Dr. Haney, he doesn't know this, but I'm going to tell him. He took a group of us before med school for about a week, and he taught biochemistry. And him and Dr. Richard Hansen, I heard he's gone, may he rest in peace. They taught biochemistry and all those pathways in such a way, all the memorization, that they linked it to clinical condition, the fed state, the fasted state, and those things. It made biochemistry fun, which I never thought it could happen. So thank you, Dr. Haney. We're going to honor you in some way next year at the 200th anniversary of Case Western Reserve. 200 years. Now to you incredible students. My God, I've heard about you already. I've asked about you. There's a colonel in here, he's somewhere out, you don't have to identify yourself, a colonel in like 20 years in the Army, he's a first year med school. There's first generation college students in here. I mean, I've heard about you guys. And as an alumni board member, sometimes we like to pretend, you're gonna hear stuff from these faculties. When I went to school, we were in the hospital till all the time, 100 hours a week, and we had to do all the art lines, and we worked our tails off, and no. You all are smarter than we are. You have things at your fingertips, immediate information. I had to go to the card catalog when I was on call to look up. Do you know what? Look it up. It's AI. And behind closed doors, I'm going to tell you the secret. As the head of the medical board, what we really talk about, we say, I could never get in a Case Western Reserve right now. You all are incredible. So applause to you all. For being at the #1 medical school in the country. Now, I'm sure shocked. What does it mean, the #1? The #1 medical school in the country, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to build a case. They don't believe me. The other part that touched me, that I said I can contribute to, is you're not just coming into the medical world here. 80% of you aren't from Cleveland. You're from all over the world. This is a new city. You're going to be here for 4 to 8 years. 8 for you crazy MD, PhD students. So you got to know some things about Cleveland. I'm proud of it. And so my roots are here, so I know some things about it. It's affectionately called the land, so if you or believe land, and there's reasons for that. You're presently in the hallowed halls of Severance Center. They touched on it, but I'm going to expatiate and expound. This is the home of the Cleveland Orchestra. It's one of the big 5 American orchestras. The New Yorker, not just the plain dealer locally, the New Yorker says it's arguably the best orchestra in America. And when they take polls of the orchestral types, it's ranked 2nd in the nation and 7th globally. So that's where you are right now. Just outside these walls is University Circle. It's a neighborhood of Cleveland. It's a nationally recognized, geographically dense, cultural conglomeration of beautiful parks, museums, artistic venues, and intellectual institutions. I wrote that. I don't use AI or anything like that. USA Today. This is not Cleveland. This is not what USA Today said. They voted University Circle the best arts districts in the country in 2021. The best. And these things include the Cleveland Museum of Art, the Botanical Garden, Cleveland Museum of Natural History, Museum of Contemporary Art, to name a few. You'll spend a lot of years here, so you might as well embrace it. Cleveland has a proud history. We're hardworking people. The country was built with our steel industry and auto and the Rockefellers. You know, you're in a good spot. And I gotta say, and I'm gonna start pacing soon, that I'm a diehard sports fan of Cleveland. For a medium-sized city, it's kind of unusual that we have all the 3 major sports teams. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's NBA hoop. We have, the dean is just mad at me right now. Anyway, we have the baseball, Major League Baseball Guardians, formerly the Cleveland Indians here. We have the Cleveland Browns here, one of the original. Now, you're gonna have to, they talked about resiliency. If you can become a Cleveland Browns fan, you will have learned a lot about patience and resiliency. Never have they made a Super Bowl even. Talk to me after about the Cleveland Browns. Case Western Reserve is the centerpiece, the core of an internationally famous medical community. The School of Medicine is an international network, international, global, you heard the mission, with cutting-edge research and teaching and care. It's global. Parents, it's not just Cleveland. We have faculty in United Arab Emirates, Uganda, Kenya. I think the dean mentioned something in Asia, if I'm not mistaken, but I didn't know that before this speech, so I can't forget that. Locally, what's unique is that you're going to train at a variety of hospitals with different patient populations, and you're going to learn different things. Cleveland Clinic patients and their milieu is a little different than university hospitals, it's a little different than the Lewis Stokes VA Medical Center, a little different than the county hospital, Metro Health, but you're going to experience all those. And I honestly believe this provides you with a more expansive patient interactive base and makes you a better doctor. So you're getting all the best right here. I'm going to tell you some more things about Case. I said it's number 1. So I'm going to give you factoids of number 1. Number 1, 16 Nobel Prize laureates, including, you're going to hear a lot of first American scientist ever to receive the award. Oscar Ratnoff determined the exact sequence of the clotting cascade. Case Western Reserve right here. Alfred Gilman won the Nobel Prize in Physiology of Medicine for the discovery of G proteins. You're going to learn about that, guanine nucleotide binding proteins. It's important for signal transduction. You're going to learn all that. Also in Cleveland, me as a spine surgeon, I was looking at all these areas, and Case Western has done something in just about everything. And I said, what about spine surgery? Arthur Steffi developed the pedicle screw system for spine stabilization, and many consider him the father of modern spine surgery, right here in Cleveland. So we have an incredible medical community. Alumni, David Satcher, former Surgeon General, MD, he's a doctor too, Dr. Haney, you're not the only one. Both degrees at Case Western. Julie Gerberding, who sits on the board with me, first woman director of the Centers of Disease Control and CEO of the Foundation for the NIH. CEO, NIH, Case Western grad. Now I'm going to give you all the first. First tier medical research, okay, that's pretty good. Initiated the advanced curriculum. In 1952, when Warren started this, medical school was taught, histology, anatomy, embryology, physiology. In 1952, he changed that. He focused on organ systems and team teaching and preclinical exposure. All those, and we've given that to the world, Case Western Reserve. First MD, PhD program in the country. First medical school to provide laptops to all students. First simulated milk formula for infants. First CPR course. First successful defibrillation of the human heart. First creation of the artificial human chromosome. First stool DNA test for early detection of cancer. And it's not all hard science. John Kennel, we have any pediatricians back here in the group, maybe? This touched me because it's not all. John Kennel was the first to realize that immediate skin-to-skin contact after birth between the mother and the child, combined with breastfeeding, established the bond. They used to take the babies away from the mother right after birth. Here in Cleveland, you think it's intuitive, everybody, it started here when they started taking babies. Okay, so that's all scientific stuff. And I thought, yeah, something doesn't add up though. I'm on the medical alumni board, and not many of them are like research guru scientists, but you can tell they're great doctors, so there's got to be more in the mix. And I think this cultural mix, the art, the museum, the medical school, the geographic density, no other medical school, you can just walk to these museums, walk. Stan tried to tell me last night, well, Boston, we have a museum that's 2.5, 3 miles away. That's too far in the wintertime in Cleveland. This is unique. And I was, what can I say for this speech? I was thinking, I'm eating some gumbo in Columbus, that's where I live. And I'm listening to jazz in the back. And I'm thinking about, this gumbo isn't any good. And I think about, well, who's got the best gumbo? Who has the best gumbo? What part of the country? Somebody tell me. New Orleans. And New Orleans is a place where jazz started. And I was thinking about that cultural mix and the French influence and the Spanish and the Southern and the Cajuns and the slave. That created the gumbo. And when I had my first gumbo, I said, this is incredible. I told the person, get the chef out here, I'll pay you. Chef, what? The chef came out, and I said, what's in this gumbo? And he said in a Cajun accent, everything. Right. And then I realized art, music, symphony, Case Western, you could walk to it, medicine and research. And Case Western Reserve is the medical gumbo. That's why we're so good, because that's why they're good doctors. It's not just the scientists, it's all the art and the humanism. We're the gumbo, and that's why this is a special place. Okay. So I started looking at the art of medicine, like, this is an art. They're talking about it. I find it interesting, they're stealing my remarks, but I didn't show them to them. The art of medicine. Hippocrates said, whenever the art of medicine is loved, there's also a love of humanity. William Osler said, the good physician treats the disease, but a great physician treats the patient who has the disease. He went on further to say, the practice of medicine is an art. It's not a trade, it's a calling. You're something you were called you to serve and become medical students. It's not a business, it's a calling in which your heart will be exercised equally with your head, is what he said. So, Now I get to have some fun. I don't think any of this is a coincidence. This is a cultural milieu. This is a scientific milieu. This is the gumbo. So I get to give you your first lesson as a medical student. Are you listening? Faculty, I could ask you, I'm going to start roaming. First lesson as a medical student. There's something called the mini mental status examination. Who laughed? I know, he said, what's an orthopedic spine surgeon know about the mini? I said I'm gumbo. My training has been gumbo. I did a little geriatrics, I did research. Stay with me. Mini mental status examination. And in this, it's a cognitive test, and it's often performed on elderly, and you're trying to assess their cognitive abilities. And one portion of the test is they say, I want you to remember 3 things, and I'm going to ask you later what those 3 things are, and you better be right. I'm going to ask you 3 things to remember, and you better be right. The first, and use your mnemonics or whatever you do, you guys study well. First word, Hakuna Matata. I want you, the medical students, this is your first lesson. Hakuna Matata, say Hakuna Matata. Second word, touch. They're fast learners. The last word, transportation. Stop. I know how to pronounce it correctly. I know the phonics and the linguistics. Transportation, though, is the word. Transportation. You gotta remember those words. Now I get to walk around. First word, am I right? Is my mic working? Yes, great. Hakuna Matata. Why did I choose that word? Because it's a global word. It's Swahili. It's a global network. And you know what it means? No worries. No worries. Why did I choose that word for Case Western Reserve? Because I know how you think. I was where you are. You're broke. You're like, I'm going to have $200,000 in loans. Is this all work? Can I do this? This guy has a PhD. This guy's a colonel in the army. And did they pick the right? They did pick the right people. We didn't have white coat. I went through that. Like $300,000, I'll never pay that back. And all you worry about, it's like that in medicine along the pathway. When you're first year, all you want to do is pass part 1. When you're fourth year, all you want to do is pass part 2. And then you want to get a residency. And you get a residency, you want to get a good fellowship. And when you get a good fellowship, you want to get a good job. And when you get a good job, I want to be board certified. And it never ends, because after you get board certified, you got to research. But why I say Hakuna Matata is, as a Case Western Reserve University medical school graduate, whatever you go into, I don't care if you become an AI software founder, you might not even do medicine, or you're a surgeon, or you're a family practitioner, or whatever, I guarantee you, you're well prepared. And if you're good at Case Western Reserve and you're good to the patient base, I guarantee you, trust me, it'll be good to you. And that $200,000, $300,000 you're worried about, you're gonna get it back. Because over the course of your career, you're gonna make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars over the course of you'll pay. Okay, so don't worry about that. Hakuna Matata. Second word, touch. I shouldn't have told you that because you're supposed to remember it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Touch. I mean that figuratively and literally. I'm going to give you a couple links. First thing I want you to do in touch is physical examination of good history. Take that seriously. I don't care that we have SPECT scans and CAT scans and nuclear medicine and all these diagnostic tools. I think 70% of medicine, at least, is doing a good history and physical. And the more you do the physical exam, the better you get at it. Okay? And so too often I'll get a consult and they'll tell me the MRI shows this. Tell me about the patient. What, do they have a neural deficit? I don't know. You got examine the patient, good history and physical. Second part of touch is more literal. You're going to have to, you might pray with your patients before a surgery. I mean, in my part of the woods, that happens a lot. You might touch them on the bedside and have a difficult conversation. and your touch means something to them. And if you don't believe this, I need some water. My mom doesn't know this story. My brothers just heard this story this week. But my dad, may he rest in peace, had metastatic prostate cancer, and he's at a community hospital in town. And I have a brother who's an oncologist, and he said, get him to the Cleveland Clinic, get him to Cleveland, he needs the best of care. So he talked to his oncology colleagues, and he got him to the Cleveland Clinic, and after some assessment, they figured out he needs to be in palliative care. And we went to palliative care. I was waiting on the doctor. Where's the doctor? His blood pressures were declining. I don't want to use medical words because you don't know him yet, hypotension and so on. His becoming bradycardic, heart rate was slow. And I was like, Doc, he finally showed up. You got to do something. Give him some colloid, increase his oncotic pressure, give him some fluids, give him some pressors. You got to do something. And the doc looked at me, he took my hand, and he didn't say a word. And then he went off. And in that moment, he had communicated so much to me. He just said with that gesture, your father's dying. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. We can't save him. We've done all that's medically possible, and you need to spend some time with him. He didn't say a word, but he said that all to me, and I calmed down, and he passed a couple days later. So touch is important. Okay. Last but not least, transportation. It's a short story. It's about my favorite car. Transportation. I know you're broke. I was a chief resident at the Cleveland Clinic, orthopedic surgery resident. Don't tell everybody this story. I'm embarrassed. It's your family. I don't mind doing it. I'll tell you. You're my people. And my house broke down. Everything's bad. And it's going to cost $4,000 to get it fixed. $4,000 might as well have been $4 million if that's it. $4,000. I'm poor. You heard me right. I'm poor. I could not afford the Owen car. I need some transportation. And for 2 weeks, please don't tell my Cleveland Clinic colleagues and spine, it's between us. For 2 weeks, I took the bus, and my medical guard and the drivers looked at me kind of side-eyed. You all right, Doc? Yeah, I'm all right. 2 weeks. And my mother, you remember Ma? She picked me up from the Cleveland Clinic after work. This is true. And my aunt said, they felt sorry for me. Jimmy, they call me Jimmy in Cleveland. Jimmy, I can give you my car for $600. I got a car for you. It was a 1982 Buick Skylark in 2003. And I took the Greyhound bus to DC and get this car, and it had the latest and greatest. It had air conditioning. You know what the air conditioning? You won't understand this. Talk to your parents. It had roll-down windows. And it was if you're an audiophile, all they had was AM, FM radio, and ashtray. But I took that car back to Cleveland, and I had transportation. And I've had some nice cars, I admit, German, but yes, man, my favorite car, not even close, the 1982 Buick Skylark. And what that story teaches me is humility. Brilliant Case Western first-year medical white coat ceremony students, I want you to have some humility with your patients. They're fellow human beings. They're sick. They don't want to be sick. It's vulnerability when you're sick. Have some humility with them. Talk to them like they were mentioning. Treat them as a human being. Practice that art of medicine. I know you're smart, But you've had the gumbo of Case Western. So you can't work on that art. And when you become a big-time bigwig, I know some of you are going to be taking care of you. I have a broken hip, or I'm going to have hypertension, and you're a big chief resident, you're dean of the university and all that kind of stuff. Don't forget you right now when you're not so confident, you're scared to do a procedure because you might mess it up. You're not the man or the woman. Remember those days too, because it'll give you a sense of humility and purpose. And bottom line is we're just all servants, medical servants to mankind. That's how I view it. Really think about that. So I'm going to close. I'm from Cleveland. This is an incredible venue. Pavarotti probably stood here. This is incredible, and I'm in Cleveland, and I'm in my hometown. And last time I felt this good was in 2016. You know what happened in 2016? I bet you these Clevelanders know. I never thought it was going to happen in my lifetime. I'm 50-something years old. I never thought it would happen. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, 2016. Played the Golden State Warriors. Okay. We're down 3-1. We lost in the bar at home, and I was turned to the people in the bar. I got to be around people when I'm watching the Cavs. I said, am I ever going to get a championship? And they said, believe, man, just believe. And it got to Game 7. It was at Golden State. Golden State had the best record in the history of all time. We're not going to win Game 7 there, and we're down in the third quarter. And I came to Cleveland to watch that game. Hotel downtown, big auditorium. And we came back, and we won the game. And I can tell you, downtown, I don't know if anybody was down there besides me. It was up here, but it was insane. Everybody ran out to the streets. They were packed, and people were hugging, and it was incredible. And LeBron James got on the mic. I think he was holding the trophy. Everybody from Cleveland knows this. And he said, Cleveland, this is for you. Case Western Reserve first-year medical students, this community, this medical community, this gumbo, this milieu, this faculty, these parents, these loved ones, this #1 institution in the country for a medical student is here for you. I can tell you the alumni are here for you. Join MedConnect, because it's all here. It's got everything. Thank you. Good luck.
That was simply memorable, and I'm sure you'll remember a few things at graduation, including the word gumbo. So, Dr. Fleming, that was brilliant, and I really appreciate you bringing it all home, taking the moment in. And I'll remind you that in his spare time, he's one of the best orthopedic surgeons in the state. So, thank you. And I have a small token, actually it's pretty heavy, in appreciation of your inspiration for our students as they embark on their medical profession, presented to James E. Fleming, Jr., MD, class of '89, White Coat speaker today. We've been beating around the bush for a while this morning, and we invited you to a white coat ceremony. And so now it's time for the white coats. So we've rehearsed this just enough that our students know what to do, and we're going to get organized the next 60 seconds. And Dr. Lena Maida, who knows each of our students incredibly well, is going to come and read each name off, and then we will provide white coats and do it in order and celebrate each as we go. So thank you. Lena.
Okay, are you guys ready? I'll let you make your way over to the stage here. And when I call your name, please come up and receive your white coat. No rush, we got some time. All right, let's do this. Ryan Abid. Ria Abraham. Jivan Achar. Lillian Adams. Bianca Addison. Jasmine Agreda. Azam Ahmed. Simra Ahmed. Aditya Eliani. Amara Ajan. Bashir Elised. Abed Al-Sheikh. Nico Alvarez. Christine On. Sasha Anand. William Eng. Parisha Ansari. Haris Azim. Christopher Bala. Peter Bambakitis. Karen Belday. Avanish Belampali. Grace Bencart. Natalie Baruti. Val Bromberg. Kayla Brown. Mark Bubnovich. Anika Butch. Rand Gabriel Buenaventura. Kian Callahan. Alexander Chang. Emily Chang. Rahul Chaudhry. Christy Chen. Edward Chen. Wei Chi Chen. Shrish Chenna. Esther Choi. Jung Wong Choi. Sean Choi. Favor Chakwuma. Ashley Chung. Catherine Chung. Brandon Clark. Aaron Cowan. Emily Tsui. Spencer Davis. Alberto de la Isla. Lindsay Della Vecchia. Manjot Diol. Jessica De Palma. Devin Desai. Arjun Dinesh. Jade Donor. Salma Drew. Peter Edwards. Tony Izette. Sandra Fahmy. Ichin Fan. Tiffany Fong. Sonia Farrell. Amanda Faust. Elizabeth Fear. James Fiorito. Shane Fletcher. Donald Folk. Karina Fry. Mayu Fukuda. Miranda Gabriel. Vinny Ganesan. Alexandra Gavisser. Jaden Gonzalez. Elias Graba. Ethan Gregory. Sarah Greskovich. Mia Grossman. Kyle Grover. Nicholas Gilda. Emma Hall. Bilal Hamid. Rachel Hawks. Helen He. Julian Hernandez. Vaughn Hernandez. Aaron Hu. Christina Hung. Charlotte Hunt. Zachariah Hussein. Kayla Nguyen. Jaden James. Malena Johnson. Spencer Johnson. Nikhil Joshi. So Min Jung. Ekaterina Kalinina. Anuya Kanchibatla. Isaac Kandil. Hannah Kasai. Sambriti Kanal. Jack Kiernan. Jaemin Alex Kim. Kayla Koenig. Tyler Coughlin. Kavya Konaru. David Koo. Nicholas Korn. Sophia Korotev. Thomas Kuyate. Drenush Krasnichi Van Meter. Annika Krishnan. David Guo. Joyce Kuo. Aya Lababidi. Josephine Lamb. Anne Lamptey. Nikhil Lankapale. Phoebe Lebois. Sue Bean Lee. Amanda Lee. Andrew Liang. Yi Fan Liao. Lainey Leoy. Megan Long. Emily Lascalzo. Francesca Luzzi. Glory Liatu. Sarisha Mahajan. Hassan Makbul. Dominica Marino. Laura Marsland. Olivia Moss. Thomas Matulis. Ashley McDonald. Patrick McGraw. Lauren Minke. Carol Mensah Bonsu. Mahan Miriala. Skylar Montgomery. Daniel Musavi. Rhea Nair. Lily Nager. Ashish Nala. Andrew Nemechek. Pierangelo Nitskowski. Joseph Offenberger. Mishal Omer. Isaac Opoku. Aaron Oyang. Lucia Paye. Isabella Palomba. Lindsay Park. Maria Milagros Parisha. Isaiah Pemberton. Sydney Pung. Noah Phillips. Cedric Porter. Enrique Puig III. Andrew Chi. Nadia Rajab. Mira Rajiv. Priyanka Ramkumar. Siddharth Ranga. Navjot Rihal. Fernando Jibe Durains. John Ross. Lauren Ross. Anjali Saini. Sejal Sangani. Jose Santana. Emmanuel Scaria. Anya Schroeder. Anita Saidu. Ansh Shah. Isha Shah. Krish Shah. Charvi Sharma. Simmer Shera. Jiwook Joseph Shin. Aina Srivatsa. Shaylee Shroff. Iralde Cecilia. Twende Sinemani. Iman Stifler. Arti Suresh. Mamiko Swanson. Natalie Chishati. William Tran. Thomas Trobe. Torsten Ulrich. Tyler Van Patten. Alyssa Van. Melina Varlamos. Shubha Vasisht. Simon Varigara Santibanez. Amal Verma. Nikhil Vijay. Luke Volpenheim. Albert Wang. Mark Huang. Patrick Wong. Trevor Wells. Emma West. Emma Wheeler. Claire Wisenant. Hallie Wickfors. Matthew Witterholt. Rachel Wu. Kelsey Sue. Simon Yakub. Shanmukh Yelamarty. Dipankar Yadapu. Daisy Yu. Katrina Zaniewski. Princeton Tong. Shinming Matt Stowe. Jedediah Ju. Congratulations and welcome to Case Western Reserve.
Well, now you're all in white coats. Isn't that great? So congratulations from all of us here, and a great start. And now it's time to move on to one of the most important portions of our ceremony today, and that is that I'm going to ask Dr. Christine Warren to come and lead the students in their assessment of the recitation of their oath. I think we have it in your podium, and the students will lead the conversation with two students coming up. Yes. You know who they are.
So 2 days ago, over 200 students who are sitting here today came together to craft their oath of professionalism. They first started in small groups and then combined into larger groups, and they decided what were the key concepts of professionalism that they wanted to highlight. And then ultimately, an executive committee of 15 students came together, and feverishly for 2 hours, they crafted the final oath. I would like to invite two members of the executive committee, Francesca Luzzi and Siddharth Runga, to join me on the stage to lead their classmates in the recitation of the oath, which will mark the students' formal entrance into the study of medicine. And will the entering class of 2025 please rise? Okay.
As recipients of these white coats, we, the entering class of 2025, vow to master our field through learning fueled by unwavering curiosity, acknowledge the privilege of our role, lead with integrity and inclusivity, innovate and advance medicine through research and scholarship, engage in reflection and introspection to drive self-improvement, uphold our profession's commitment to service beyond self. We vow to our patients to earn mutual trust by listening with empathy, preserve their autonomy, confidentiality, and dignity, embrace their unique lived experiences and goals, deliver equitable, compassionate, and holistic care, practice cultural humility to empower the voices of our patients and communities, dismantle healthcare barriers, and embody the ideals of an advocate. As future physicians, we will nurture a collaborative healthcare team founded in mutual respect. We will remain resilient through this lifelong journey of learning, compassion, service, and mastery of medicine. Thank you.
Students, you may be seated, and congratulations. And if I can just offer my personal comments, that was an amazing effort and amazing oath, and carry it with you every day. In the years ahead, both individually, collectively, and through our societies, we recognize that there will be healthcare crises, healthcare advances, and healthcare roles for each of you as you learn the skills of our profession. With today's ceremony, it marks your entry into the community of physicians and your commitment to the profession's contract with society, a promise to dedicate our skills, knowledge, and care to the betterment of humanity. And I have no doubt of your individual and collective profound impact on the lives of your future patients and of society as a whole. And I wish you all the best, as we all do here on stage, both personally and professionally. It's an incredible opportunity for your future and for your advancement individually. And it's a chance for each of you to recognize how important it is to keep that mission ahead of you and the calling of medicine. You now have beautiful white crisp coats, and if I could indulge our audience to bear with us as we process out so that we can get a magnificent picture out in the steps of Severance Hall. Just take us a few minutes, and then we'll come back in, and as soon as we're out the door, we'll start the reception in the foyer. So congratulations again to our students, and I look forward to meeting all of you during our reception. Thank you.
Thank you.